Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome back. It's Jordan here. There are over 300 new designs that could potentially become Lego sets, and today we're going to be taking a look at them all on the Bricklink website. Before I do anything, I've got to give somebody a big shout out. His name is Simon. He's the gentleman that helps me out here at the studio. What we want to do is go to Program, Current Program, and go to Series 6, and this is where you can find Simon's design. He actually submitted something to the Bricklink Designer Program series. We've definitely all got to support that, everybody. It's a wonderful design. The way you find it is just search Simon. It's going to be the only set that populates there, the only design, and you want to give that thing a love it. Give it the hard eyes, because this thing is so cool and it would look great in anyone's Lego city. It's known as the City Scoop Ice Cream. It's a vintage style. You can see all the bracket work that was done up here, like the studs not on top work in those vintage colors of azure and pink. It's got a really nice like beveled rooftop there with the bird, the ice cream cone logo, ice cream sticker element, and also over top of the door. And then there's the featured flavored sign. We've got some vegetation out front there. You can see the plant beside the ice cream that's been dropped by somebody. Also a really nice staircase going into the building along with the picnic table, and then the ice cream cone inspired planters going down the side there. Just love the vintage feel of this. The white masonry with the black windows just really pops. It does stand out quite nicely. It would just look magnificent in anyone's Lego city. You got the pink walls inside, the seating area, also the cash counter with the ice cream in behind. You can see there's regular flavors or featured flavors, and the ice cream scoops on the door too. Such a cool door handle design. It comes with some great minifigures as well. The back of the building looks fabulous. You've got some nice details back here with like the pipes and the vent, and also the bird and the leaves on top. It's modular building style, so you can actually remove the top portion of the building where it gets the majority of its height. And there is a freezer inside as well where they are stashing away all the extra ice cream. Big shout out to Simon. He is brilliant when it comes to Lego designs and building. Check out his design called the City Scoop Ice Cream, and remember to give it the hard eyes. How cool would it be if Simon had his set turned into an official Lego set? He totally deserves it. It's amazing. So make sure you do that. And I love this design here, and maybe we'll see it in my Lego city one day. Well, we probably for sure will, even if it doesn't become a set. But maybe we'll see it in your Lego city one day too. I think that would be super special for a great guy. We'll have a look at more of those designs in a bit, but first I'm very curious to see how the Series 3 pre-orders are doing here. They started at 9 o'clock my time, and it is now 2:04 p.m. Check it out. It looks like the Forest Stronghold has been sold out. Wow, that thing sold out so fast. It looks like the Art of Chocolate is pretty close to selling out as well. It's getting there. And so is the Harbor Master's office, which sort of reminds me of the old fishing store. The most affordable one, which is the Camping Adventure, retailing for $70, is getting pretty close to being sold out as well. They're all funded at this point. It looks like the one that's not doing as good as the rest is the Lost City, which I sort of expected. I actually ordered all 4. I did not order the Lost City. I just didn't think that it would work anywhere in my city. I don't really have a jungle. It doesn't really make sense to put this in a forest. It more so needs to be like in a jungle somewhere. And I really don't want to collect any of these for shelf purposes, but I did decide to get the Camping Adventure because I think that's going to look fantastic in the Lego city. The Fortress Stronghold I think is just so cool. It's going to look great in the medieval area at some point, and then this one here is going to look great in the Winter Village. And of course, the harbor deserves the Harbor Master's office. But look at that, there's still 22 days, 23 hours, 54 minutes, and 15 seconds left, and these things are all selling really well and already funded, of course. All right, let's have a look at some of the other great designs from Series 6. So it looks like we're going to be able to support these until October 18th, and then they're going to go under review, and we'll finally figure out what's going to be created on November 18th, 2024. If you want to have a look at some of the other series, you can go to this website and you can click along here, and you can see all of the other designs that have already been approved and are already Lego sets or are currently being developed into Lego sets. Holy cow, there are so many different things like the Pirate Villa, the Dragon Attack. There's 300 potential sets here. So I think when you go through and you heart these, you've got to be a little bit conservative. I don't think you can go through and heart absolutely everything. You only got to heart the ones that you truly think stand out from the rest. I know that's sort of harsh to say because all of them are great, but I think you've really got to pick and choose here which ones you want. Like, look at this gold mine. My gosh, that is so cool. So the way it works is anyone can actually submit designs on here, but you have to create the digital instructions for it, I believe. You also have to create the digital design of it as well. So it's not like Lego Ideas. You can't brick build and submit a brick built submission. There's a great one right there, the ice cream store. But you can't actually submit a brick built thing. You have to submit something that's digitally designed. So I think that actually makes it rather challenging because you have to know how to digitally design in order to submit your creations on here. Now, I'm going to go through them multiple times, and then I'm going to decide which ones I would like to add to my Lego City or which ones I would love to see sitting on my shelves. Like maybe the River House, I just hearted that one there. That's pretty fantastic. And then I'll go through and I'll cast all my votes. And of course, I would encourage anybody who's into Lego and into Lego set collecting or into supporting the community to do the exact same thing, because that's truly what you're doing, is you're supporting these creators. These are just individuals that have a talent and a knack for digitally designing, and it's so cool because if their design actually gets picked and designed, I believe they actually earn a commission off of all of the sets that they sell. So they sell 30,000 of these sets, and you saw on the other page that some of them are actually quite expensive. I believe, I could be wrong here, but I think the designers actually earn 5%. So by doing this, by coming here and hearting designs and loving designs, and by buying these sets, you truly are supporting the individual creators. And I think you're more than supporting some of these individual creators. You are literally changing their lives, because 5% is just such a big number. Like, it is incredible. Man, I could look at these all day. Like, look at the Blacksmith Breeze. I've noticed that there's a lot of like wizard towers and castles, like just a lot of different castle related ones. And I think that's something unique that Lego is doing here, is they're letting people create castle designs and submit them, and they're actually turning them into Lego sets. And castle is something that people have wanted for such a long time, and now we're finally getting them. So the thing is, you can't submit modular buildings on here, and what classifies a modular building is it sits on a base plate that goes to the edge of the base plate, so it goes from edge to edge. And there's also the Technic bricks with the pins in them where you can attach the modular building. So that's sort of what defines a modular building, and that's why Simon was able to get away with submitting his, because it's not technically a modular building. But believe me, it would look great among the other modular buildings, so pretty cool. But as you can see, there's pirate ships, and there's ice fishing shacks and locomotives, all sorts of Western stuff, castle stuff. Like, there's just so many to look at and choose from. As you can see, there's 13 pages here when I have them in 24 selection. I guess I could have upped it to 96. Then we'd only be scrolling through 3 pages, so it probably would have been easier to do that. There's Winter Village stuff. Look at this beautiful, like, Winter Village. Christmas in the snow. Wow. It's so neat that you can come here and support these and then eventually see them be turned into Lego sets. There's another ice cream shop, Bricklicks Ice Cream. Jungle Ruins. That one looks pretty crazy. There are a lot to choose from. Look at these, like, beach villas. Little airport, vintage airport. There you go, for all the airport fans. Basketball court. A lot of people want me to put a giant basketball court or some sort of sports stadium in my Lego City. Well, there you go. Go vote for that one. There's a boxcar and caboose by JB Brick Fanatic, and that's another really cool thing, as you can see the designer name right below it. Wow, look at this one here, a bakery. That looks pretty interesting. I'm going to heart that one. And of course, like I mentioned, I'm going to go through and heart a bunch of other ones that I really like, and ones that I could truly see me integrating into my collection. Oh my gosh, look at this bounce castle. No way. Bounce castle, that's so neat. But some of them are just like little beach designs. Like that's a beach design. So you can submit pretty much anything that you can imagine, even like a giant monkey, and call it monkey business. Some of them are even like villages. Like look at this. It is a European style Christmas market. Okay, it's not a village, it's a market. Even this giant castle right here. There's a locomotive. I would like to learn how to use the designing software so I could start designing my own models. I actually met this gentleman right here who created the dwarven blacksmith bust at the Lego house. He's part of the Masterpiece Gallery right now. But I would love to learn how to use the designing software so that I can go ahead and start designing stuff like this and maybe submit a design too. This is the Pirate Villa by 11 Dragons. Of course, you could freehand build any of this stuff, but I think it's probably easier to do with the designing software where you have access to virtually any part and unlimited quantities of them so that you can design what you want. And then eventually, once you want to build it, you can order those specific pieces and build away. Oh, wow. This one's pretty cool. This is the Lion's Keep by Lego Brick Hammer. Comes with a ton of minifigures. Lots of castle stuff, that's for sure. I love this gold mine here by Brick Project. Wow. The mine entry cascade. Oh, that is a really nice one. For sure going to heart this one here. That's a beauty. That could integrate into a city quite nicely. So look at a lot of these, though. The Dragon Sanctuary. A lot of them have that medieval theme to them, though. This one's also by 11 Dragons. So it looks like you can actually submit multiple submissions to the same series. I never knew that. This one's done by Pierre, and it is known as the Red Rose Castle. And then we have that river house, very modern looking river house. That would look pretty cool on like the countryside, like up on a hill or something. Another thing you could do too as a Lego creator is you could just come here and you could gain inspiration from these designs. Just come here and have a look and be like, you know what? I could build something similar to that with the parts that I have. And you could come here and you could look at some of these and be like, I love that design on that house. Maybe I should try and build something similar to that. And you could just gain inspiration from these incredible designs that a lot of people have submitted. And that would be a way that you could do it as well. This is pretty cool. The old glass shop. They're like blowing glass in there and stuff. That's pretty neat. Also, the Lone Brick Detectives Agency. Oh, so this would match up with the other Western one that I have, the General Store. That was one of the Bricklink Designer Program sets. And then, of course, that Winter Village one. Looks like it's got some nice interior details in there as well. And the Pump House by Mad Dad Bricks. This one's really neat. Look at that. You can motorize it. Put that on a creek somewhere or on a river. There you go. And the bakery here. Once again, sort of that medieval feel to it. Same with this one, the Woodland Hollow. I love the colorful vegetation on the top and the shape of it, how it's like built, like the tree is growing through the structure. Here's a closer look at the Dwarven Blacksmith bust done by Stephen W. Howard. Like, there is just so much to choose from, and if I miss your design as I'm going through here, I truly do apologize. I know there's a lot to look at here, and sometimes when I'm filming a video, I can oversee some of them, because there's just so many great options here, which would look fantastic in so many different settings, whether it's in the medieval area, or the Lego city, or just on the shelves. They get this giant dragon. Like, there are just so many good things. Or in the Winter Village. It is incredible. Like, wow. Good job to, like, all the designers. Like, big shout out to every single person that has ever submitted any designs on the Bricklink Designer Program website, or for the series, or for approval, or whatever it may be, just because all of you are so talented, and every single one of you deserves a huge shout out. And I hope I can maybe promote and bring some of your designs to life here on my channel, and I appreciate all your efforts done with all of these different fantastic designs. I truly do. Like, they are just pieces of art. And it just goes to show you how creative the Lego community is, which is just fantastic. We've got everything. We've got trains, we've got monkeys, different vegetation, train tunnels, Mediterranean windmills. There's the opera. There are just so many different things. Gotta say, Simon's really sticks out to me in the fact that it could be integrated into a modern modular building city. I think this design actually stands out from a lot of them if you're looking to integrate it into your modular Lego city. So keep that in mind and support the guy. I think a lot of those designs would be amazing to integrate into the Lego city. And when I have a look at Bricklink designer program sets, I always look at them in the sense of how are they going to look in my Lego city? Because we have a lot here in the Lego city, such as the bowling alley right back there. That is a Bricklink designer program set. So is the train station. That's the Studgate train station right here. There's an arcade game one here, which is the Hot Shot. And there are many, many others as well. I'm trying to remember. The construction site, that's one. And the 1950s diner right here. So I always look at it from the sense of, how can I integrate those into my Lego city? However, with that said, it could become a point where it's like, maybe I'm getting like too many sets and I've got to leave some more space for, you know, coming up with custom designs or expanding modular buildings, trying to make them different, because the more sets that I add, it takes away space where I can make interesting things like this that are sort of my own designs, right? But they're brilliant. They're really well done. So it's hard to say no to a lot of them. But either way, I mean, I could spend 20 hours going through all 300 of those designs because, of course, they are absolutely fantastic. But make sure you head on over to bricklink.com and cast your votes and help determine what gets turned into a Lego set, and at the same time, support the Lego community. Oh yeah, there's another one right over here. The old train engine shed. That's one of the newer ones. And also the general store. But there we go, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please remember to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for some more great stuff coming out in the very near future. And most importantly, have yourselves a fantastic day. Bye for now.